Hey guys, it's Max Convexity here. Hope everyone's having a great evening. Let's do a nightly tracking error report. See which funds are lagging and which funds are leading their respective underlines or their respective parent assets. All right, well, I was just looking here at the chart of Tesla. This is a daily chart. Looks like AMD had some news after the bell and it's down. AMD was down pretty good today, but then after the bell, it's down even more. Something about their CFO resigning. I don't know if there was some kind of financial impropriety or something. Maybe one of you guys know. All right, so let's look at the tracking error. Well, the first thing I want to talk about, I'm always talking about how much I like FEPI and stuff, but FEPI probably has to be the big disappointment on the whole chart, and I'm going to check it. I'm showing FEPI down a little bit while the underline was up 2.5%. So let's go back and let's look at FEPI's underline. I keep it here in my favorites. Here's FEPI's underline. Boy, look at that. That is a good looking underline, isn't it? It's no wonder FEPI does so well. These yield funds can only do as well as their underlying can do. I mean, they also do well whenever volatility is high and they can make money off the option selling also, of course. But you choose one where the underlying goes straight up every day and you don't have any problems. By the same token, if you get in one like what's happened to Coney lately, where Coinbase goes down every day, you have all kinds of problems. So it's just, a lot depends on the underlying. The option writing part is cool, but a lot of it depends on the underlying. Coinbase looks like it's trying to make a 3-bar turnaround here. This bar right here with this wick or tail is what they call that. Anyway, that's a sign of price rejection. Hopefully price got too low, rejected, and is going back up. Hopefully that'll be the turnaround that the Coinbase guys are looking for. But back to FEPI. I got sidetracked. All right, so here's FEPI's underline. FEPI's underline looks like it's done the reverse pattern on the top side. It's put in a rejection tail up top. These are all subjective, though. Who knows? But anyway, let's see about FEPI itself. Well, I mean, that doesn't look terrible, but I mean, I'm sure it's fine. FEPI's still doing great. But anyway, you do have to say, as far as the tracking error report goes, it was the standout loser. Let's look over here at the NASDAQ high yield complex. The winner in that complex was my favorite fund, QQQY. Look at that fund. The index is only up 0.9%, and it was up 0.5%, and that's because of the option it sold. Let's look over here. We have two ways of checking on this one, because I also keep track of the daily activity. So they sold this option for 82 bucks. They bought it back for 19 bucks today. So they made $1 million or 36 basis points. Well, they even outperformed what they made. Theoretically, you would think they would only be up 36 basis points, but they get a little out of line. Generally, they're pretty in line with how much they're making. There's other people a lot more professional than me that have spreadsheets also and monitor these stocks and ETFs on a daily basis, and they'll buy or sell if they get too far out of line with the underlying. But yeah, big day for QQQY. I was glad to see that. Let's look over here at the upper left is the SPX high yield complex. And JEPI did really well, but so did JEPY. They both did. They both outperformed the underlying. Good job, guys. Let's check out JEPY's spreadsheet and see. They made 22 basis points in price return. Let's see how much yield return they had. So they made 30 basis points option income, and they realized 22 of those basis points as far as the net asset value increase. Or I'm sorry, 28. So that's pretty close, actually. All right, and the worst looking one was XYLD. I don't know, XYLD is just, those Global X funds, outside of having a great website, they just don't have such a great strategy, in my opinion, and they just don't have such great results. All right, so now to the single stock ones, and I know there's a lot more single stocks than this. I was going to fix this list over the weekend and make it include all the ones, but I got sidetracked making new videos, and then I was going to do it today, but then I made a new video today. So maybe I'll do it tonight, but I got another video planned for tomorrow. I don't know. But anyway, so for right now, we just have the ones that I could think of. Tesla did well. Tesla did well. You can hear my dog in the background chewing something. Jax, knock it off. Underline was down 1.6. Tesla was only down 1.2. That's not even about, that's 25% difference. That's pretty darn good, or 24%, I guess. Pretty darn good. That's impressive. Nvidia did really good also. That's several 100% better. That's really nice. The ones I didn't highlight were pretty close to being in line with the underlined. I guess this one right here was a pretty solid underperformance. APLY, aptly. All right, but then AMD was a really big performer today. AMD, I showed you the AMD chart, how it's off, but the AMD stock option strategy is working a lot better than just the AMD chart is. AMD's looking really good today anyway. It looks good lots of days. It's a good ETF, I think. Let's see here. MRNY, big winner, MRNY. Let me make sure this is right. Yeah, mRNA was unchanged. Okay. Well, that's a big day for MRNY. Good job, guys. FEPI, big winner for FEPI today. Big winner there. It did quite a bit better than the underlying. DISO did quite a bit worse than the underlying. And of course, that's not that unexpected because the underlying's up 2.17%. These funds do better, like I always say, in markets that are up 0.5%, down 0.5%. You can't always see that, but I was trying to find an example real quick. Like NVDY is an example. The underline's up 0.25 point, but due to the options that were sold, NVDY is up a lot more. The best example of that is QQQY. QQQY does this on a daily basis. Or not a daily basis, but there's lots of times the NASDAQ is between 0.5 point up and 0.5 point down, and QQQY is just curb stomping the frickin' underlying. QQQY is a good fund, you guys. People don't understand, or I guess I'm partially biased because I love NASDAQ and I love tech stocks and I love the American economy, and that's pretty much the American economy. So it's a great underline to be invested in. But this strategy, the selling puts on a daily strategy, is a big winner. Maybe not so much for IWMY this month. IWMY has been having problems, but it comes back to what I say. You pick an underline that's going up every day and you have no problems. That's all there is to it. Here's the underline for IWMY. Well, look at that. It peaked here at the end of the year, and it's been getting drilled. The past couple of days has turned around and got back up. But I mean, that's the problem. There's nothing wrong with IWMY's strategy. They make money every day selling options. It's just a matter of you got to have the underlying cooperate with you a little bit. And by cooperate, I mean it can't go straight down. Like what's happened to Coinbase is probably a better example. All right, guys. Well, I hope you like the tracking error report. I will present it again for you guys tomorrow. Have a great day.